about to sell you our comics
on the Ultimate Comics Live Show.
She's been kidnapped by Cobra. We have no alternative. Call in G.I. Joe.
Fight for freedom wherever there's trouble. G.I. Joe is there. He never gives up. He'll stay till the fight's won. G.I. Joe.
Who's leader of the Joe team? Buck.
He's America's best. He's in control. He's the man.
Good luck, Joe.
He wears his name. The legend of G.I. Joe.
The Legend of G.I. Joe. New from Marvel Comics.
Comics.
Delicious. And dangerous. First, never touch any appliance without a parent's supervision. And always be careful with kitchen appliances. Keep their cords out of your way and your fingers out of their way. Also, always turn pot handles in, away from the edge of the stove.
So nobody bumps into them and gets hurt.
Now you're cooking.
Oh no, Adrian. Looks like the Reds are polluting the city lake. What do we do?
We call the Watchmen. Strong together, united forever, they're the best of friends. But when trouble's about, you'd best watch out for the Watchmen. Now is their leader, and he loves to party down. Rorschach's runs to the animals. Yeah, when he's not clowning around.
Why nutty?
Beat up some thugs, say no to drugs, be in bed by 10. But if trouble's about, you'd best watch out for the Watchmen.
Would that be my spider sense returning?
Who's that? He's back.
Way to go. Don't let those overgrown tin men keep you down.
What?
Just too many of the big guys for you, buddy.
What?
Hold on tight.
Can Spidey handle the Sentinel's blast?
Whoa.
Grab a copy of this month's Spider-Man. Marvel Comics, it's mayhem for your mind.
Comics.
A scarlet costume ejects from his ring, and in a blur of motion, police scientist Barry Allen becomes the Flash, world's fastest human. The Flash, whose speed enables him to vibrate through solid walls and conquer the barriers of time and space in the pursuit of evildoers. The Flash, Scarlet Speedster for justice.
Hold it! Load my car, the Black Tiger, on board the ship first.
I can't find it. It doesn't seem to be on any of these stations.
Keep looking.
Oh, you're going too slow. Let me take the wheel.
It's too fast. How could you even tell what's on?
I can tell.
Stop, there it is.
Too late, I'm in the 40s. Gotta go around the horn. It's faster.
Wait. That's it.
And look for the giant chicken!
Now, Edge.
Each comic on the Ultimate Comics Live Show is carefully and meticulously prepared and repaired. Bandage. It's a boy.
Dick Tracy, Wethead. Dick Tracy, the Dry Look. Clark Kent, Wethead. Clark Kent, the Dry Look. Shazam, Wethead. Shazam, the Dry Look.
The Dry Look makes a good guy look even better. And only Gillette has the adjustable valve to spray as light and dry as you like. So come on, hero. Get rid of that wet look. Get the Dry Look from Gillette. Aerosol, and now a liquid too.
Comics.
We play a game.
DC. Incredible, action, astonishing, adventure, the coolest heroes, the hottest heroines, and the most outrageous villains for TV in the universe.
These ain't your daddy's comic books, fanboy.
The DC Comics.
Now to business. We will go to the bank in 2 cars. I'll take mine, and you take your fantastic car. And we will all meet there in 5 minutes.
And what do we do when we get to the bank?
We will break in and take the money ourselves.
Huh? You gotta be kidding! You mean we're gonna steal it?
Of course not. We are merely protecting the money so that the bank robbers cannot get it.
If you're looking for adventure this summer, escape with Marvel Comics. Fight crime with Spider-Man. Meet the Fantastic Four and watch Captain America in action. May the Force be with you as you battle the evil empire in Star Wars. Discover the secrets of the South American jungle in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay. You want some? Here you go. Yeah. Good boy. Good. Great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Biru no tanima no kurayami ni
What's the thing on his hand?
Find Peter Parker. Find Peter Parker!
Comics.
All around me are familiar.
Ultimate Comics Live Show. It's inedible.
Those boxes. 30 seconds, let's go!
Alan!
Let's go!
Lights out time!
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! The moment is You're going through a time one.
5 seconds!
The pilot in the back seat. The generator the taste in the back seat.
And we are live again. Welcome to the Ultimate Comics Sunday Show. We're all a little bit tired today, so you have to forgive us for not exactly an ecstatic opening. But as always, this is only our second show. We're trying out something. We're doing $5 book day from now until 8 p.m. It's $5 books, and only $5 books. A lot of back issues and minor current stuff. A couple of, hey, you might have missed this on Wednesday. Well, I might have you covered on here today. Same rules apply to the Facebook Live show. That's usually on Tuesdays. Please fill out the form accordingly for whatever you're picking up. Put the letter, and I'll take character, I'll take series title, I'll take anything that is exactly on the book. So if I put a Spider-Man book on A and it's A Spider-Man, and if I put Justice League on there that has a Superman on it, it's a Superman, you know, just as long as we're not being confused with it. That's kind of how we're playing on tonight's show. I think it's, $8 flat rate shipping.
Yep,
but
combined with the Tuesday show.
Combined with the Tuesday show, so you won't be paying anything extra as well. You can always pick up in store, combined with the Tuesdays, you know, so it's all going to be coming in on one day instead of just piecemeal by piecemeal by piecemeal. If you have any requests, feel free to let them be known where you can find what we have in our short box today, but we'll see if we can make it happen. Let's begin. Wolverine issue number 50 from the 1988 series. Got them here on A. It's kind of fun die cut cover. First appearance of some character, if I'm not mistaken, here or other. We're going to kind of go quick today because, I don't know, it's kind of how I feel today. But, yeah. Coming up next is from 1968, Edgar Rice Burroughs' Tarzan of the Apes. I do not know what issue this is. Let me double check on that.
I think I wrote it
on the key collectors. I've got 68 and I've got FN.
Oh.
Oh, you're all good. Happens. That'll be up here on B.
George says, "What's up, fellas?"
Not too much, George. About yourself? Alright. Coming up next here is Creatures on the Loose, issue number 17 from Marvel Comics. I will let you know, well, not too bad a spine tick, not too bad a discoloration. Whatever kid had this in the 70s just kind of drew a little bit on it, so there's a little bit of pencil on here. It's going to come up here on C. $5 there. Coming next is X Factor, issue number 62 from the first volume. Cover here by Jim Lee, tie into the Extinction Agenda storyline. Right. Let's see what else I want to throw up there. Put this up last week, but you know, I was like, this is a fun cover. It's only got one spine tick. This is Venom Enemy Within, issue number 1. It's a great looking cover over here on E. And then I will also throw up for all you horror fans out there from North Star Comics, Leatherface, issue number 3. That'll be up here on F. I'll leave these up here for a minute before we move on to the next set of books. Hope you're all having a lovely Sunday. I'm not gonna knock over the camera like I did last time. I was gonna say something. I don't remember what I was gonna say. It'll come to me at some point in time. It will come to me. Alright. Well, evidently not, right? Alright. It's going to be a fun little set that we have up here. I say set, it's more just a set of books. Savage Sword of Conan, issue number 4 of the new magazine series from 2023. Issue number 4 is coming up here on A. This book retails $6.99, so giving you $2 off. Similarly with issue number 6 of this very same series, I will say with issue number 6 it does have a spine tick, and unfortunately with all the Savage Sword of Conan books, all the magazine-sized books that Dynamite Titan has put out, they're on newsprint, which is neat. It's nice to see. It's cool to see. It's very evocative of the older Savage Sword of Conan magazines from back in the 70s and 80s, but not very, doesn't hold very well together. So they're a little bit fragile. Easier to ding up. Issue number 5, coming up here on C. And finally, issue number 3, coming up here on D. Some fabulous covers over here. If you need a better look at one of the covers, just let us know. Now we're kind of compacted together here, so I do want to give you guys a little bit of a break. It's all $5. $5, $5, $5.
EP says, any of the new Savage Sword of Conan has been awesome.
Yeah, I hear some pretty good things. Coming up on E is Elektra, issue number 1. It's her very first solo series. Solo ongoing, I guess I should say a little bit more specifically, because the Elektra Assassin had come out before then. And then coming up on EF here is Tomahawk, issue number 127. If you guys want a closer look at any of the books, just let us know. I'll bring them closer up. Give that a minute before we move on to the next set. Clear the deck here. Move on to the next set of books. Leave those last two up for a little bit. Some Walt Disney Dell comics for you. Walt Disney Comics number 167. They're all not in the best of condition. By that I mean none of these are going to be VF Newman copies. A lot of VGs we got going on here. Spine ticks. There's a fold on this one, as you can see over here. A lot of creases, but not in terrible shape, especially for these Dell comics from the mid-Silver Age. Coming up with, I forgot even what issue this was, 144, coming up here on B. Really funny cover with 143 here. Coming up here on C, all $5. 154, coming up here on D. 151 coming up here on E. And then finally 184 coming up here on F. Got a little bit of kind of a fold on the top here. So again, if you want to a closer look at any of them, just let us know. They're all $5. If you want to clear the deck, you can clear the deck. Also got another one coming your way before we move on to the next stuff. I'll leave this up here for a hot minute before anyone picks up. If there's a book that has gone up, has not sold yet, and you'd like to go back up before we do last look, just let us know. We'll do that at your convenience. Back some point in time today. Last Walt Disney comic we have up for today. Spine's in a lot better condition. It's Walt Disney Comics issue number 168. Just have some color rubbing, and it's a bit dirty, but not too shabby of a shape over here on A. Heroes issue number 6 from DC and Milestone. my apologies there. It is a very tiring day. Coming up here on B. It took me a minute to try and figure out what the name was. They put too many subtitles in there. It's like, is it Heroes Showdown? Is it The World Needs Heroes? Is it The World Needs Heroes Showdown? Is The World Needs Showdown and Heroes is only like just there for no damn reason? The world may never know, but I found out. Thundercats issue number 2 from the Wildstorm days, covered here by Jim Lee over here on C. Coming up next is Ghost Rider issue number 56. Return of the Phantom Rider, the OG Ghost Rider. Being known as the Carter Slade Ghost Rider, coming up here on D. It's in fine condition. In near mint condition, I've got Spider-Man Gen 13 from Marvel and Image Comics when everyone was a little bit more happy about crossing over. I haven't seen, it's been funny, I haven't seen Image do a crossover in quite some time. I wonder, what the next one will be. IDW is always fine to do crossovers. I'm sure technically the Energon universe is a crossover amongst anything, but it's technically more of a shared universe than straight up a crossover. Went digging around the box the other day, found Dead at 17, issue number 1 on Indie Series up here on F, near mint condition. Leave that up for a second before we continue on. I'll go through next a bunch of stuff from this week in case you missed anything. You want any variant covers or A covers. All open order, no ratios. Few of these we have to go through fairly quickly. I wonder if I should do like a second deck full of stuff. But then that would be really confusing, wouldn't it? Alright. Let's clear the deck here. Start with some variants, open order covers from this week of stuff. Silverhawks issue number 2. This is the J. Lee variant. Going up here on A. It's technically $4, so forgive me on that one. This is Batman issue number 613 facsimile. If everyone's getting ready for the Hush 2 storyline to come out. It's a fun recollection of that. I think we're doing a promotion on that one, and at the stores, at least at the Durham and Cary locations, where on Tuesday, not Wednesday, but Tuesday, if you'd like to come and pick it up early, if you come in at 6:08, you have 52 minutes to get the book before we close. It's a heck of a lot of like, hey, 6:08 is the original start of the Hush storyline, and 52 because DC. Some fun things there. The Ethan Young variant here for the DC Sonic crossover. Zach, did you read the DC Sonic crossover by any chance?
I have, actually. It's pretty solid.
Here.
There's a bonding moment between Batman and Shadow the Hedgehog. It's actually better than it sounds.
I know. It's just, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. I'm not a Sonic person, so I defer to you on that one.
Like, it's really cool. Batman stops Shadow in an alley, and he's like, who was it? Who did you fail? And it's like... It's honestly pretty solid.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure for like someone who's a big Sonic and DC fan, it works very well.
I'm a big Keanu Reeves fan.
Well, we all love Keanu Reeves here. New Guys issue number 4. This is the Jenny Frison. I was going to say Jen Bartel for a second. I was like, that's not who that is at all. It's the Jenny Frison International Women's Day / International Women's Month variant cover. She's doing an entire variant cover for the entire month of March, and they've been really, really good, especially seeing the big board out there. Silverhawks issue number 2. I'm trying to remember if this is the A cover or if this is the variant. This is the A cover, indeed. $5 coming up here, Ronnie. And here's another $4 one for you. Power Fantasy issue number 7. Great stuff going over there at Image Comics with Kieran Gillen. Real fun stuff. I'm not going to bother with the artist's name because I know the artist's name is very long and I'm probably going to butcher it, so I'm not going to try and... I'm not going to try, frankly. But I hear a lot of good things coming over there. Leave that up for a second before we go on to the next one. It was a bigger week last week. I was surprised I was able to catch up with everything. Next week's a big week too. It's gonna be a not fun trip to the comic book store. Absolutes, Ultimates, some brand new number ones. I'm surprised they did Absolute Martian Manhunter and Absolute Flash back to back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think it was originally supposed to come out a little bit earlier in the week, a little earlier in the month, but even all the other Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman all had a month between, or at least a few weeks between them, if not mistaken, so it's not weird, but I'm like, give a guy a chance. Alright. Once again, anything that you missed hasn't gone, let us know, we'll put it back up at your convenience. Hercules issue number 2. This is the... I can't remember his name. The Goon. No, this is the Goon guy. Powell. Eric Powell. There we go. Took me a minute. The Eric Powell variant cover. Looks pretty good. Once again, I was also not a big Hercules fan. New Champions issue number 3. Derek Chuk cover coming over here on B. That's $4, not $5. Same thing with this beautiful Magic issue number 3 Peach Momoko kimono variant. That will be over here on C. Coming up next, this is the A cover for Sonic, DC Sonic crossover. That'll be over here on D. Also $4. I'm not gonna overcharge you $1 for a open order cover. Batman Superman World's Finest issue number 37. This is the Dan Mora Guy Fieri variant cover. Because in the coming up over here on E, because in the pantheon of Dan Mora variant covers that are celebrity centric, Guy Fieri joins the annals of history along with William Shatner, with Jerry Seinfeld, with Nicolas Cage, and Paul McCartney. I feel like there's one more that I might be forgetting, but those are the ones I can remember off the top of my head. One World Under Doom, issue number 2, going up here on F. A cover there. Great looking cover there by Ben Harvey. He's been doing some stellar work on the A covers so far. Variant cover's been pretty good too. I quite enjoyed the Alessandro Cappuccio variant. And by enjoy, I mean pre-ordered the second I heard it was coming out. Which we do have here available for you today. Have any recommendations, comments, requests, feel free to let us know. We will do our best to accommodate you, but we are confined to what is on the docket for this week's show.
Hey, Jen.
Hi, Jen. How are you doing? Hope the Durham store today was doing well. Let's clear that out.
Yeah, we're live. We're just slow.
This is a little slow today. Just, it's a little tiring. anyone's watching would still be this
Any
fine.
Eternals?
Any Eternals? Let me put this book up and then I'll check. Catwoman issue number 74. This is the Dan Panosian variant. I should put the stickers on the back here so you can really see the full damn cover coming up over here at A. Any Eternals? Let me see. I thought I had something Eternals related. Maybe it was on for the next week's show. Excalibur, X Factor, Red Sonja, X Factor, Transformers. No Eternals. Interesting. Okay, I'll dig around. I'll dig myself around. G.I. Joe issue number 5, variant cover here, done by Ryan Sook. Coming up here on B. $4 for you on that one. This is One World Under Doom issue number 2, the Marvel Rivals variant for all you fans of that video game that's going around. I am an old man and don't play a lot of video games anymore. So I have no idea what's going on, but I'm happy to see people digging around with characters like Jeff the Land Shark. Absolute Flash issue number 1. This is the sketch variant. This is $6. You know, I'm not gonna. It just came out. You know, I'm not as comfortable with Savage Sword. I can definitely give you a discount on that one with this Flash cover. I don't think Alan would be very happy if I did that. So we will not be doing that. Coming up next is Zatanna issue number 2. This is the Dave Nakayama variant. Great looking cover there. Coming up here on E. And then One World Under Doom issue number 2. Doom Rex. T-Doom? Doom Rex. I'm going to go with Doom Rex. I know he's probably Doomosaurus Rex. It's the Leo Francis U variant coming over here on E. Going to do some checking around for some Eternals. See if I can accommodate. Yeah, we don't really have a ton of Eternal stuff. Damn Facebook for not allowing us to play music. This is killing me. Can I even scrounge up together into humans? Let's see. Legion of Superheroes. Superman's Pouch and Nelson. Not as of right now, but I'll keep digging. I will keep digging. Right. Let's see. Speaking of that Massafera Hercules cover, I got you covered up here on A for Hercules issue number 2. One World Under Doom issue number 2, that aforementioned Alessandro Capuccio cover, absolutely great, so great they're using it as the second printing cover when that book goes back to print. Eddie Brock Carnage issue number 2. Coming up over here on C. I find it funny that over in the Venom book, the whole spiel about that is, who is Venom? Who is this new Venom? Is he this guy? Is he this person? I guess we'll have to find out. Whereas with Carnage, oh, it's Eddie Brock. It's Eddie Brock's Carnage. Speaking of which, the fun variant cover we get to see over here on D. Another One World Under Doom cover here. Carlos Gomez. It's the Marvel Comics Presents variant cover over here on E, reading the new edition of the Books of Doom with a cover by Alex Ross. I'm excited for that to come out. A lot of fun on that one. I'm not sure if I'm feeling the Alex Ross cover, which is strange because it's an Alex Ross cover. Going up here on F. I actually don't remember who does this. Who does the cover of this one? It is very Greg Land looking, but I don't want to just say that. Perhaps it's Salvador Rocca. Anyway, it's up here on F. Alright. Give you a minute before we,
Will Slimy.
Thank you. It is, yeah, that is Will Slimy. My comments remain the same. But yes, that is definitely Will Slimy. I haven't seen him do anything that wasn't Star Wars in, like, quite some time. No, he did a Stormbreaker cover for Marvel that I remember. That. He's very... Yes, that's that. Alright, let's clear the deck here. Once again, anything that has not sold, you are more than welcome to ask to put
George
up.
says, hey guys, I was able to get back on. Do you still have Ghost Rider 56?
I believe I still do. Let me see if I can pull that up. Let's pull up this RB Silva One World Under Doom cover coming up here on A, as well as Deadpool Wolverine issue number 3. Got both the A cover here on B and the variant here on C. Those are $4. Let's see if I can grab that Ghost Rider for you, George. Yep, 56. Over here on D, fine condition. Usually charge 8. It's 5 today. Let's dig around to see what else we got in here. Coming up here on E, Cerebus issue number 108, VF near mint condition. And followed by that, Bone issue number 12, VF plus condition, coming up here on F.
George is taking the Ghost Rider on D.
Excellent. There you go, George. Alright. Coming next from Black Mask Productions, Studios, Imprint, Comics. We Can Never Go Home, issue number 1. Fun issue, fun indie series. Second printing of issue 1. Coming up there. Give you a second before we move on to other things. Folks, if you have any requests, feel free to let them be known. You can see what we can do for you. I'm still digging around for those Eternals. Looks like we just don't have any on today's show. We'll dig around for the future. Not a Spider-Man, some G.I. Joe. Got a couple of sets that I'm excited about. If you like Excalibur, I've got you covered. Right. Let's clear off the board here. Alright, coming up here on A is Vengeance of Vampirella mini comic. They have near mint condition. I didn't even know they made them like that. But also, because is that supposed to be an ash can or just a standard mini comic?
George asks, did you ever get all your Excalibur issues, Joe?
I have not finished my collection. I've got the first 100 issues. I've got some stuff between 100 and 125. Warlock and Infinity Watch issue number 1. Headed your way right here up on B. I'm missing a few here and there. I don't know off the top of my head. But I'm still quote unquote on the hunt, but the hunt is not as voracious. Do I want to use that word? Is that word something I can use? Can I say that? I'm not as serious as some other people are. So it's a fun bit of something else. The Comic Reader, number 187 from 1981, coming up here on. That says 1981, right? Did I just misread that as 87? No, 81. I was right. January. the very beginning of 81. Coming up here on C. It's a great looking Deathlock on there. Alright, Gears of War, issue number 5 from Wildstorm. Coming up here on D.
George will take the comic reader on C.
Comic reader on C goes to George. Excellent, excellent, excellent. There you go. That will be replaced by TMNT issue number 23 from the Mirage Comics days. Fine condition coming up here on C. Alright, so coming up here in fair condition, Justice League of America issue number 38. The crossover, Crisis on Multiple Earths, that's coming up here on C. The cover does come off. So I would be very careful. If you have to change the bag and board out, perhaps, if you want to show it to people, it is in fair condition. It is $5. But it is a double-digit Justice League book from the 60s. In a similar way, in fair to good condition, which I have to figure I should learn a little bit more about comic grading because this does just as missing its cover. This is issue of Batman from quite some time ago. Batman issue number 185 from October of 1966. Fair good condition coming up here on F. $5. Give you a minute on that before we move on. Keep coming over this way. I don't know why. It's not convenient. Clear it once more. I think it would be easier to clearing it. Should I do a once and once?
I figure we'll do it the way we've been doing it.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out. Another missing cover here. Fair good condition. Justice League of America issue number.
George will take the Batman that was on F.
Batman that was on F. Batman that was on F. There you are. Alright, Justice League of America issue number 17 from February 1963. Fair good condition. Coming up here on A. Green Lantern issue number 60. B cover here, done by Frank Quitely. This is the 1 in 10 variant here. Near mint, minus condition coming up here on B from the, was it 2003? Whatever the Jeff Johns Green Lantern run was from the 2000s that went into New 52, which is technically a part of it. Well, not a part of it, but Jeff Johns will write that character for like a decade. Here's a fun little bit here. This is the free preview of the DC versus Marvel. This does not have the ballot inside it, but it does have the trading card. So, while you can't... Because we're getting new crossovers.
No longer vote.
So we can't vote again. You know what? I wonder if it would be really funny to see if, hey, we're doing another crossover, and we're going to let you guys vote again. It's I've still got my old one from 1996. Can I vote? I mean, I guess you can, but some of these characters might be dead. Star Wars Lando issue number 1. This is the PX exclusive from San Diego Comic-Con from 2013. A mere $5 coming up here on D. Superman's Girlfriend Lois Lane issue number 68 in VG condition. Headed your way. One of the 80-page giants as well. For all you fans of Lois Lane and the hilarity and insanity that usually ensues with that in the Jimmy Olsen book. Silver Age was weird, man. Silver Age was weird. Fantastic Four issue number 148 coming your way in fine, very fine condition. Coming up here on F. For Fantastic Four.
Oh, it's finally lined up.
It's lined up.
Stars have aligned.
Yeah. Leave that up for a second before we pass on to the next one. Let's see if we have. I'm gonna go dig again for the Eternal. I'm gonna take a minute. I don't think we do. There's not a ton of Eternal stuff out in the world. I'd make a joke about saying rightfully so, but like I think I'd probably dig up some more Revengers books that have like Cersei on it than anything else, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
George will take the Fantastic Four
George will
on
take the Fantastic Four on it.
and let me try something.
You want to try something? You think maybe someone is blocking our system? Some sort of evil mastermind? Like, my mustache is not long enough for me to be twirling.